Welcome to this month's edition of Outlook Video, your nationally recognized, award-winning show for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender communities. I'm Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg.
And I'm Tom Smith. On Thursday, January 26, the California State Assembly passed Assembly Bill 1160, and it moved to the State Senate for review. The bill is designed to limit the use of the gay panic strategy.
The phrase gay panic strategy is used to describe a strategy or excuse employed by some murder defendants who argue that they did not intentionally kill their victim. Rather, the defendants assert that he or she flew into such a rage upon learning that the victim was gay or transgender that the killing was actually the lesser offense of manslaughter.
The Assembly Bill is also known as the Gwen Araujo Justice for Victims Act, which is all the more meaningful when we remember my September 2004 interview with Sylvia Guerrero, the mother of Gwen Araujo, a beautiful young transgender woman who was brutally beaten to death in the fall of 2002. Sylvia was such a strong and articulate spokesperson for equal justice and rights while talking about the brutal loss of her child.
After a previous mistrial, finally, on Friday, January 27th, two of Gwen's attackers were sentenced to prison terms for second-degree murder. The sentences came one day after the California Assembly passed the Gwen Araujo Justice for Victims Act. We'll have to wait for the state Senate to vote and then watch to see if our governor signs it. We should all remind our representatives of the fairness of making it harder for crime victims to adopt gay panic or transgender panic defenses.
Agreed. Let's return to what we have for you in this month's show.
Although he vetoed Assembly Bill 849, the Religious Freedom and Civil Marriage Protection Act, last year, on September 29, 2005, Governor Schwarzenegger did sign into law Senate Bill 565, which was authored by Senator Carol Mignon and supported by Equality California. The bill's purpose is to protect registered domestic partners from unfair tax reassessment of their property or businesses, ensuring domestic partners the same protection given spouses under California law.
I'll be interviewing County Assessor Larry Stone and asking him to clarify the mission of the Santa Clara County Assessor's Office and how his offices are implementing Senate Bill 565, which went into effect in California on January 1st, 2006.
And in the Whatever Happened To department, he's been nicknamed the Greta Garbo of porn, and with his trademark Dutch boy haircut, Tom of Finland physique, and trousers so tight you can tell what religion he is, Peter Berlin has been the poster boy and elusive icon for the hedonistic and sexually liberated 1970s.
In a new documentary from Gorilla Factory Productions, That Man, Peter Berlin, filmmaker Jim Tuschinski traces the story of Mr. Berlin over the past 40 years, from his birth in wartime Germany to his current life in San Francisco. Raymond Donald Hong was able to track down the reclusive Peter Berlin and snag an interview for us.
In my People Like Us segment, I'll be interviewing Pamela Kelvert, campaign director for The Working Group. The Working Group's 1995 story of how the town of Billings, Montana responded to a rash of hate crimes, Not in Our Town, set a new standard for television impact. I'll talk with Pam about how the successful impact of Not in Our Town has influenced the filmmaking direction of The Working Group, and about new challenges for broadcast-based community organizing and outreach.
Aaron Bruno has promised to heat up the show with wrestlers. Here to show our viewers some moves every wrestler should know.
Every wrestler should know. Okay, Tom, that should have your mind running wild.
Well, Roberta, I think you know me too well.
But now, let's get started with Tom's interview with Santa Clara County Assessor Larry Stone.
It's been said there are two certainties in life, death and taxes. I'm Tom Smith, and I'm here with Santa Clara County Assessor Larry Stone. Larry is here to discuss a new law that extends property tax benefits to registered domestic partners. Effective January 1st, domestic partners will receive many of the same property tax benefits as married couples. Carol Mignon sponsored California Senate Bill 565, which Governor Schwarzenegger signed into law. Larry is the first California assessor to support this groundbreaking legislation. Welcome to the show, Larry.
Thank you, Tom. Good to be here.
So tell us, who is impacted mostly from this new law?
Well, as you said, it extends property tax benefits that were previously only available to married couples to registered domestic partners. When a married couple got married, you could add the other spouse to the title of the property without reassessment, or if one of the spouses passes away, you can take them off and redeed the property to the surviving spouse without reassessment.
So there's no taxable event involved.
That's correct. But for domestic partners, that would result in a reassessment, and in some cases, a significant increase in property taxes. This new law makes it equal. It's fair and equitable for registered domestic partners the same way it is for married couples.
And who are these registered domestic partners? What groups of people are there?
Well, obviously gay, lesbians, and so forth, but also more and more senior citizens are registered domestic partners because of financial reasons and tax reasons. People that live together are heterosexual, but they don't want to get married because of tax or financial reasons, so they register as domestic partners. So this is available to them as well as the LGBT folks.
And also heterosexual registered domestic partners, LGBT, and seniors seem to be the three groups.
Yeah. More and more senior citizens are registering as domestic partners for the very reasons for tax and financial reasons.
That's great. So if I'm a registered domestic partner with the Secretary of State, then how do I go about notifying your office and making sure that I get the benefit?
Well, there's a simple form to be filled out. You can contact our offices. I think you'll have the website here soon, and we will take care of it. You have to file a form. And there's over 2,000 registered domestic partners who reside in Santa Clara County. So we've had a very aggressive outreach program to let them know. So often the governments have programs, but they don't let people know what the benefits are. So we're have mailed to all registered domestic partners in Santa Clara County, telling them of this program. We've also revised our website to indicate the benefits and how one goes about registering for this potential property tax benefit. I would say this, that it's generally good, but I would urge people to consult their attorney or the tax consultant in order to find out whether it's good for them or not. Right.
That's always the caveat, isn't it? Check with your attorney, your tax consultant.
That's right.
That's great. So how long is this form? Is it difficult to fill out?
No, it's a very short form and very easy to fill out. You have to demonstrate and proof that you're a registered domestic partner, but that's taken care of with the state. So it's a fairly simple process, and it's very important that people do this if, in fact, it will benefit them financially.
What kind of response have you had thus far?
The response has been very good, of course, because but the main thing is letting people know we believe that because of this property tax benefit, as I said, can be very significant. I've seen reassessments where the assessment of the property has gone up 10 to 12 times. So it can be a significant benefit depending upon how long the partners have owned their property.
Oh, sure, if they kept it in common for quite a while and then all of a sudden it's, the immediate assessment and then they're stuck with that. So,
right.
So that's just a great benefit.
Because what happens when you reassess property, it's marked to the market. So if you owned your property for a long time, you may have a very low assessment, and if it's marked to the market today and the assessed value reflects the current market, it can go up, as I said, 10 to 12 times. So there's a significant benefit here. This is really about equity and fairness. Property tax benefits that are available to married couples should be available to gay and lesbians as well as senior citizens that are registered domestic partners. Nobody should be taxed from their homes. That's one of the core principles of Proposition 13, whether in fact you're a registered domestic partner or you're married.
That's great. And on that note, we'll end, Larry. Thank you for coming to our show to talk to us about this very important new program. For those of you who want more information on the County Assessor's Office and these programs, please check the screen right now. There's a website and a phone number listed, and you'll find all the information you need.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.